everyone, it is me, Miss Smith. I am back. I hope you all had a good time getting your green light, and I hope you put checks on the chart if you got your green light. I'm excited to come back and see who has gotten their green light the most. But remember, I can still see on my computer, so good luck. Good job if you did. Okay, today we're going to keep working at the strategy called adding like units. Okay, what is the strategy called? Good job. It is adding like units. Now, I hope you've been using your anchor chart that's on the board. The anchor chart tells you the steps on how to use this strategy, and it gives you two examples, one with place value blocks and one with just the written method. So use your anchor chart. It's going to help you, okay? Okay, so yesterday you worked with adding multiple numbers, multiple add-ins. Today, we're going to keep practicing breaking apart our add-ins, but we're only going to add 2 this time. So just as a refresher, I'm going to show you one example, and I want to see how much you remember from yesterday. Okay, go ahead and read me this problem. Go. Good job. 46 plus 48 equals blank. Okay, and again, we're going to decompose our add-ins, or the numbers, into their tens and ones, and then we're going to add the like units. Before I do this, I'm going to show you what you're going to be doing today by yourself. So after I show you this example, you're going to work in your workbooks. Don't turn right now. You're going to go to your workbooks. You're going to do just a few examples where you're going to add like units. So you're going to do number 1 and 2. On the back, there's 2 more examples, 3 and 4. And then you're going to finish your work today with a word problem. Okay, make sure you draw and show me how you decomposed or how you broke apart that number into its tens and ones. Okay, and then you're going to write your sentence explaining your answer and put your answer into this box. All right, so that's what you're going to do today after this video. So pay close attention to this video so you know what to do later. Okay, Miss Jazz is going to be walking around helping you, but it's going to be your responsibility to do your work. Capiche? Okay, here we go. Let's decompose our units. Let's break apart our units into its tens and ones. What is the first add-in? The first add-in is 46. So I'm going to draw a number bond. I'm going to break it apart into its units. What units are in this number? Good. There are tens and ones. How many tens do we have? We have 4 tens. And what is tell me on the count of 3. Don't shout out. On the count of 3, what is the value of 4 tens? I'm going to say that again. What is the value of 4 tens? 1, 2, 3. Good. 40. Because if there are 4 tens, you have to count by tens. If I were to draw a picture, that would be 10, 20, 30, 40. Okay. And then the 6, this is 6 what? 6 ones. Good job. And the value of 6 ones is 6. Great job. So what 2 parts did we break 46 into? 40 and 6. Perfect. Okay. Now, what is our next step? What is the next step? Turn and tell your partner. Bop, bada, bop, bop. All right, good. Hopefully you said the next step was to decompose or break apart 48. Okay, we're going to decompose 48 into its units, or you could have said into its tens and ones. So just like the last example, this is for what? Are these 4 tens or 4 ones? Good, 4 tens, okay. And what is the value of 4 tens? 40. Good job. Just like last example, right? We had 4 tens last time. The value was 40. We have 4 tens this time. The value is 40. Are the ones the same as last time? No. We have how many ones this time? Good. We have 8 ones. So 8 ones. What is the value of 8 ones? Yep, just 8. Just 8. Okay, so we have broken apart, we have decomposed our 2 numbers, our 2 add-ins. Okay, now we get to the part where we're going to add the like units. We want to put these tens with these tens. We want to add these ones with these ones. So we can draw 2 number sentences. We can write 2 equations to help us do that. So if we take these tens, which is 40, and we take the tens from this number, which was also 40, we do 40 plus 40. And on the count of 3, I know some of you have already shouted out. Please do your best to not shout out. Give everybody time to think. Okay, on the count of 3, tell me, what is 40 plus 40? 1, 2, 3. Good job. 80. 80. Okay. And some of you might already be thinking, hey, this is like doing 4 plus 4. Because if we put these numbers in unit form, in what form? If we put it in unit form, it's like 4 tens plus 4 tens. And we know 4 plus 4 is 8. So 8 tens and 80 are the same value. They have the same value. So just now we added our tens. I'm going to write tens over here just so I can remember. And so if you need to remember as well. So we have 4 tens plus 4 tens, which makes 40 plus 40 is 80. Okay. Turn and talk for 30 seconds. What is the next step? We just added our tens. What do we have to do now? Turn and talk to your partner. Bop, bada, bop, bop. All right, 1, 2, 3, all eyes on the board. All right, hopefully, I'm not sure if anybody got it. I hope somebody got it. The next step is to add our ones, right? We just added our tens. Now it's the ones' turn. So we have 6 ones in 46 plus 8 ones in 48. Okay, give yourself a second. Hopefully you got this on reflex. Tell me on the count of 3. What is 6 ones plus 8 ones? Tell me on the count of 3. What is 6 plus 8? 1, 2, 3. Yes, 14, but 14 what? 14 ones, okay? So remember, these are 14 ones, this is 8 tens. All right, and now that we have added our tens, we've added our ones, the last step is to put what our tens equaled together with what our ones equaled. So we have to combine these two numbers to find the total, and that will be our answer. Okay. Now you might be thinking this is a lot of tens, and then there's another 10 here. So this might be hard for you to do in your head. Okay. I want you to take you know what? Actually, let's go ahead and add this together. So we have 80 plus 14 more. We know that there's a 10. We know that there's a what? Okay. We know that there's a 10 in 14. See, this 1 is a 10. So we can add one more 10 to 80. 8 tens plus 1 10. Let's break that down. We have 8 tens. And if we add one more 10, right, we have 8. If we have one more 10, how many tens do we have? Good. We have 9 tens and 9 tens. Put that in the tens place, right? Plus 4 more ones would be 94. Okay. So when we added the tens and the ones together, we got 94. So we know that 46 plus 48 is 94. Okay, these were our add-ins. These were our what? These were our what? Yes, these were our add-ins. We added them together to get our sum. Our what? Exactly. Our sum is our answer when we add. 2 add-ins added together to get to our sum. All right, friends, this is how you solve using the adding like units strategy. I'm going to leave this up on the board, so if you need to remember, but you also have your anchor chart, okay? When Miss Jazz says so, please, you will get your book out and you will do pages 19, 20, and 21. So you're going to have to rip out both of these pages and turn them into the bin when you have finished. Listen to whatever instructions Miss Jazz gives you. She's going to be walking around to help. You will have an exit ticket today as well, okay? When you get to your exit ticket, you're going to use the exact same strategy. You have to use this strategy. Even if you get the right answer on your exit ticket, but you don't use the strategy, I cannot give you full credit. Okay, so your exit ticket looks like this. You have 2 examples, very similar to what we just did together. Okay, for number 1, just don't use this number line. Okay, the number line was for something else. All right, friends, I'm really excited to see what you do. I can't wait to see your exit tickets. Good luck, work hard, and please remember to show pride in water, right? Integrity is doing the right thing when nobody is looking, and having perseverance is trying even when it's hard, okay? You guys got it. I miss you, and I am excited to see you next week.